But yeah, we've just seen some awesome momentum this month. And I know I have added in, a really great group of women. And some of you are on this call that have been added this month. And I'm just really excited about the women that are joining us. And everybody's goals are just are big. And people are in this and seeing the potential and what this opportunity can do. And I think it's just super, super exciting, and we're just really, really loving the momentum. So many of you guys have added to your own teams this month. It's just blowing me away, the amount of coaches that are joining our team on a daily basis. It's really, really cool to see. So I have to sort of kind of step it up as a leader, I feel because we're just growing and growing, and I'm oh my gosh, how am I I came into this business just like a lot of you did, for accountability and for a discount. And then all of a sudden, before my eyes, things started growing and growing. And I'm oh my God, when did this happen? When did I turn around and I have this downline of 200 women in it? It's just mind blowing to me, but here we are. And, I'm really excited to just continue growing. So all of my personally sponsored coaches. So if I personally signed you up, you are going to get an email from me in a couple days, because we're really close to the end of the month. And in there is going to be our calendar for moving forward into August. So it's going to have the dates of our team calls for August and any special training, anything that's coming up for August. So you're going to receive that. If you have coaches on your team, it's so important that you pass this information along to them, because I obviously can't keep track of whose coaches are working the business and whatnot. I can only sort of keep track of my own coaches that I'm signing up. So I'll be handing them the information, and then they will deliver it to you. So if you have a coach, that's not me, that's somebody else, they will pass this information along to you. But I'm excited to see what August brings. And I'm actually going to be creating a page for us, a team page for us. I've kind of dabbled with this in the past, and it's just not been anything too exciting, but I'm ready to sort of have a little hub for just us, and it will be our own team page. So of course we have the FitMeek Nation team page, but this is going to be really just sort of geared towards growing businesses, and it's for business builders, this team page. And I'm going to just load it with tons of really awesome information. We can ask questions in here, we can shout it out, because I know that in message threads things get missed a lot. So hopefully this team page will just sort of help to keep information tidy and just help you guys with growing your business, because there's so much information out there. It's not the amount of information, and if you are new, you probably are feeling overwhelmed with the amount of information. But that's also a good thing, because there's just no shortage of learning how to work this business. And when I signed up, you guys, we didn't have anything. We didn't have training. We didn't have any of what you guys have. I went to YouTube and I learned how to run this business solely from YouTube. We still left Daddy. He's here. And we have another parent in the house. I'm the only one who knows. Honey. The only things you're on. I do understand. She's grounded. Whatever that means when you're 8, you're grounded. So anyways, you guys will be getting some information from me, and I am hoping to get this team page possibly created over the weekend, but I don't want to rush into it either. I'm gonna and then I have been working on creating a team name for us, because I think it's so important that we have a team name. And if you guys know me well, I'm so not creative. I hate anything creative. I hate coming up with things. I actually hate making decisions. So I have been wavering back and forth on a team name, what to call ourselves, because I think that we are big enough now that we really do deserve our own team name. So I was throwing around some different terms, and I had to kind of Google a few things, because I really didn't want to take another name that another team has, right? So I love the word abundance because it is just, I've been really working on myself lately. Like I've done a lot of investing into my own self, like not just health and fitness, but myself, like personal development. And abundance is something that keeps popping up for me. And we all should feel abundant in this business. When we have a lack mindset, and if that doesn't make sense to you, I'll sort of explain that. But oftentimes coaches come into this business with a bit of a lack mindset. And I probably did in the beginning as well. Like, there's not enough people that I know. I only have so many friends on Facebook. There's so many Beachbody coaches out there. How am I ever going to grow a team? I'm not good enough to do this. I will never be as successful as Megan or Michelle or Melanie Mitro. I don't have enough time to work this business. I'm too busy. I want it, but I don't know if it's going to work. So that's sort of like a lack mindset. And I think the really cool thing about becoming a Beachbody coach and joining our team is that we just like throw so much personal development at one another that it's almost impossible to stay in that mindset. Most coaches who stay with that lack mindset end up quitting because they just like, they're not willing to grow. But the coaches that stay here, they start to develop an abundance mindset, that there are enough people out there, that it does not matter how many Beachbody coaches there are in this world, because we each have something unique to offer, and we are going to attract our own types of women and people to our own teams. There is enough time in our day if we prioritize. And it's not necessarily prioritizing our time and managing our time. It's like managing our energy. Like, where is all of our energy going every single day? I had to really take a look at where a lot of my energy was going every single day. And I had like some serious energy leaks. And for me, it was like talking to my challengers maybe who were like hopeless and just didn't want to grow and didn't want to get better. Those were energy leaks for me. So I had to really like work with the willing. I had some energy leaks even on our team of coaches who just weren't willing to get to an abundance mindset. So I had to really start, getting rid of my energy leaks. And all of a sudden I had so much more time. So my time became more abundant. So I think that having an abundance mindset is so, so important. And if you don't feel it yet, keep doing the work, because you will start to feel that abundance in your life. And it's amazing. You can go from sort of feeling like, maybe you're struggling or just things aren't going well, to all of a sudden feel like you are thriving, and not just in your business, but in your entire life. And when you get to that like thrival state, it's amazing. There's no milk, there's almond milk, Lucy. Can you just talk to Dad about this, Luce? It's like unbelievable. So I came up with the name Abundance Nation. So I really, really kind of like kept coming back into my head, and I love it. I didn't want anything to be like, I didn't want our team name to be like fit and like healthy, like all this just like typical team names for Beachbody coaches. I just wanted us to be a little bit different. And I think that abundance is such a great word for us, and it's what I am feeling like so deep in my core, and what I want everybody joining our team to feel. So I think that Abundance Nation is just really, really perfect for us. So I have to like keep saying it over and over again and writing it down, because I just kind of like came up with it yesterday. But I'm really liking it. So, welcome to Abundance Nation. And I hope that everybody does start to feel that inside of them. I think that's kind of all I really wanted to really talk about, but I'm like super excited to see everybody's faces on here. There's so many new coaches that have been added to our team. So if this is like your very first team call, Zoom call, like huge congrats for jumping on, because this is always kind of scary, like hitting that like link and not having a clue what it's going to look like on the other side. So this is what it looks like, and it's not scary. I'm, super excited to see everybody's faces. So I wanted to open it up and just see like what's up? How's everybody feeling? We're coming towards the end of the month. And, I know a lot of you guys have hit your goals for the month. Some aren't quite there, but we still have until, I think, Tuesday is the last day of the month. So, a lot of stuff can happen in just a couple of days. Like, you can transform your business in just a couple of days. So it's just about digging deep and really thinking about what you want and what you're willing to do in order to hit your goal. So feel free to unmute yourself if you want to shout out somebody on your team, or if you have a question, or if you just want to ask me something, go for it.
I'm going to shout out my coaches for being on this call. I'm so excited to have all of y'all on here because I know a lot of us are on Central Time, so this is a little early for a lot of you. But yeah, it's been crazy the amount of new coaches I've been able to sign up this month, and I love that y'all are all on this call and you haven't even been coaching that long. So, these calls really, even though they're not always at the best times for your schedule and that sort of thing, they really are a great way to get to know everyone on the team. And the fact that, Haley, you're here from the UK, right? That's so cool that we get to have coffee and just get to know people from all over the world. So anyways, Megan, thank you for putting this together. And I'm glad that, all of you new girls are on here, and feel free to ask questions or talk about anything, because this is how, we get to be close, and this is how we get to build, our community. So, yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. And also Jacqueline, I just saw she hopped on here. She's from the UK as well. So two coaches from the UK, and, so many from all over Canada and the US. It's just really awesome seeing you guys. And there's just such power in community, right? None of us would be sitting here having virtual coffee together if it weren't for this opportunity. And this is rare, you guys. How many women in your life do something like this? Wake up early on a Saturday morning. Some of you guys, it's still dark out, I can see, at your home, and you're having coffee with a bunch of women who honestly just want to build one another up and who want to help each other grow their businesses and earn an income and get healthy and fit. That is so rare, because I don't know anybody else in my circle that would ever, even think to do this. So I think it's really cool. Does anybody else have anything they want to chat about? Is everybody happy with how their month is going? Or is there any big struggles? Because this is the chance, guys, to talk about it. Don't wait till the beginning of next month to talk about the struggles. Let's talk about them now.
I have something to say. So just touching on the whole abundance thing, when you were saying there's some people who are oh, I don't know enough people on Facebook, or it's so funny because just this morning after I was private messaging you, or right before I messaged you, I was crap, I don't think enough of people on my Facebook are interested in this. I don't know anybody who would want to do this with me. And I was at my friend's house last night for dinner, and when I told her I had to leave early because I was getting up to work out, she was like, girl, it's Saturday, take the day off. And I was like, I can't. I can't do it. And she was like, I would never get up on a Saturday morning to have coffee with people that I never met. Yeah. Well, you're not living life the right way then. Exactly. I didn't say that.
Yeah, it's true though. And some people would think that we're absolutely crazy, but they don't feel the way that we feel. And
exactly.
There's just something a little bit different in us from the rest of the population, because we actually want more. We want more. Too many people are just so content with being where they are and being just mediocre. There's nothing wrong with being mediocre. It's fine, but we want more. We want more than that. We want to live a better life than just that. And once I realized that, everything started to change, and my entire life has just become so much more fulfilling. it's funny how you, like, the going back to the lack mindset and thinking that there's not enough people. When I started coaching, I was really good at hitting Success Club every month, and I was able to like sell challenge packs, no problem. But when I started to think about growing a team, I was like, oh, nope, that'll never happen. Like, whatever. And if it doesn't happen, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And the reason why I thought it would never happen is because I truly believed that I would never find anybody who actually wanted to do this the way I did and who wanted to join my team. I was like, oh, it's not possible. I'll never find another human who wants to do what I'm doing. And I mean, like 3 years later, it's just crazy that I find women every day who want to do what we're doing. Like, there's no shortage of people who are looking for more out of life. They're out there. They're probably not in your immediate circle. They might not be in the same like neighborhood or town, but they are out there. And it's once you start finding them, it just takes things to a whole new level. So if you are in that lack mindset, you guys, you've got to change it. Because as long as you stay in that mindset, nothing will ever change. So you have to start thinking in abundance. Yeah, that was kind of it. I do want to take a picture because this is fun. And I hope that everybody takes a picture and just uses it, you know, on your Instagram stories or in a post, because, you know, this is cool. It's like, I don't even know what time it is, but it's early and we're having coffee. So everybody smile. Fun.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So I'm sure you've noticed this, but I'm an open book. Like, I've always been that way. I'm very open. And one of my closest friends, so it kind of hit a little bit hard, told me on Facebook the other day, or told me in person after I'd posted, I'd been posting, like, I did my before and my before and during process, and then my picture nursing one of the girls. And she basically just kind of, I was over there, sorry y'all, I'm very rambly, just basically saying that I don't remember the words that she used, but basically that I'm just too open, like I'm too much personal stuff. And she's like a very modest person. I guess modest is the word. I don't know. So when people like hit you with negative talk like that, especially like my closest friend, how do you respond to that?
Yeah, those things sting and they hurt and they happen. I
don't think, and I don't know if it's just because she doesn't, like, I'm so inspired. I'm so in this and I want to make this work so bad. And maybe if she kind of knew how I felt about it, maybe she wouldn't have said what she said, but I didn't really know how to respond. I was literally flabbergasted.
Yeah, you have to sort of like take those things with a grain of salt. And if you guys haven't dove into personal development, this is why you need to, because reading personal development and like just absorbing it, whether it's through podcasts or videos or books, and, you know, reach out to me if you need help with starting something, or reach out to your coach. But it's so important, because without that personal development, it's going to be so hard for you to understand where that's coming from, like why she feels that way. And it doesn't really matter why she feels that way. Those are her feelings. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just insecurities with herself. And to be honest, she's probably watching you and knows a little bit about what you're doing. And there's probably some deep envious feelings there, because you are moving forward. You are taking action in your life where most people never take action. And when we start to do that and others close to us see that, it triggers something in them. And instead of being able to be happy for other people, we can be happy for other people because we're doing the work. we're like doing the personal development work, most people are not. So when they are triggered by that envious feeling, it comes out as like negativity, and I'm going to make her feel bad. I'm going to make her feel dumb for doing this, because that in turn makes her feel better temporarily. If she can sort of like throw stones at you in those comments, it makes her feel better. So you have to sort of distance yourself from that. And guys, if this hasn't happened to you, I hope it doesn't, but there is a good chance that it might happen to you at some point, whether it's just a comment on Facebook you get, or maybe it's a comment from your husband or your best friend or whoever. But it odds are it might happen at some point. It's happened to me. You have to really disconnect yourself from what she feels about what you're doing, and you have to just go inside of yourself and just say, like, I am doing this for me. I believe in this 100%. I know what it is going to do for me, and she does not pay my bills. She does not get to decide how I'm going to live my life. This is my decision. And you know what? She is going to just continue to watch you, and hopefully that envious feeling she has will turn into really like pure happiness for you. And odds are she's gonna at one point be like, okay girl, what is it you're doing? Like, you've obviously stuck to this, you're still here, you're still doing it. Can you now tell me how I can do this too? Because she's gonna see the growth that happens in you. And I mean, you're still so new at this, but you've already seen such amazing growth, like in your personal development alone and your mindset. I swear it changes like on the daily basis when I talk to you. I can see that. And if she starts to see that, I mean, it's contagious, right? When you're around people who are bettering themselves, you're going to want to step it up as well. And that's why it's so cool what we do, because we have the power to help other people take their life up a notch. And if they don't, then that's okay. That's okay to leave them kind of in the dust a little bit, but they'll be there, they'll still watch, and they'll probably join you at one point.
That's so true, because like towards the end of the deployment, like the three, we kind of just have, we call it like, it's our tribe, our little, who we were super close throughout the whole deployment, like helped each other with our kids, like we did family dinners and stuff. But it was just getting to the point when we were together, like all we were doing was complaining about, we're just so tired of doing this, with the kids, and like we just need some me time. And it was shortly after I joined Beachbody, which in the beginning I wasn't as like motivated as I am now. I'm sure you realize that. But just the more that I talked to you, and the more I tuned into like the Facebook pages and started focusing on myself more. Sorry. I just kind of distanced myself from them, and that's when I saw like my personal self getting better, just because I just kind of, I mean, I still talk to them, but just I'm not investing so much of myself into that group of people, and I'm more focused on this group of people.
Yeah. You'll really start to see in your life where some energy leaks are.
Yeah.
Where, and if you're not there yet, you will. Like if you're still pretty new at all this, you'll start to see like, how you can go just down this path of like kind of negativity and like being around people that complain and just like, woe is me, and let's have pity parties constantly when we get together for coffee, and let's talk about like all the negative things that are happening in our life. Or you can be on this other path where you're like growing and you're moving forward and you're thinking about the good things. And I just never have time for excuses. I never want to, like, my mind just doesn't go to excuses or the negative, because I'm like, no, keep growing, keep becoming better, just keep like elevating basically. And that's the path I'm on. And, it's just such a much better path.
Can I jump in?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a lovely example of that. My sister-in-law, like we were just like total pity party people. That was what we had in common. Like, let's just feel sorry for ourselves. And when I started started on the kind of beach body thing and then the coach, and she was the first person I was like, this would be great for you, like you really should think about it, because I knew that she felt similar in life than I did, and she was like straight away no, and actually stopped talking to me for like 6 months 6 months pretty much, and then about 3 days ago she messaged me and she's like, so how much is a challenge pack? So I kind of told her the cost of the challenge pack, and she's like, she signed up right there on the spot, and I was just like flabbergasted because it's my husband's sister. So, and he was like, Tracy's never going to buy a challenge pack, and I was like, well, I can assure you she just has. And then I caught up with her yesterday and had a conversation just about like what's involved, and I've got a kid coming, sorry. I've got what's involved, and she's like, it was actually just the change in you that made me sign up, because I want to have some of that. Right, Thea. Okay, sorry, I've got crying kids. But yeah, I think it's just that it proved to me that actually they're buying into you, not the challenge pack.
Yeah, and I mean, you're such a great example of like, don't quit before the magic happens, because you've had like, you know, a journey of like having to break some barriers, and you Scottish people are tough to crack, right? And I mean, you could have easily given in a few months ago with lack of like movement. And I kept saying, like, don't quit before the magic happens. They're watching. And now, I mean, this month, you yourself, as far as like your mindset, and like you're getting into that abundance mindset, and people are joining you, and you're seeing success, you're growing your team. And it's so unfortunate when people don't feel that in the beginning and just quit and say, oh, this doesn't work. This does work. Some people see massive success right out the gates. Some people, it takes a little bit more time. There's no way of determining that process. And I mean, I'm just so glad you like hung in there, and now it's happening. Now the magic is starting to happen. And it's probably a lot to do with how your mindset has gotten. You can never be successful in this business if you're stuck in that lack mindset. And if you're stuck in this like, this isn't going to work, nobody wants to join me, I don't have enough time. Like, no, nobody is going to join you. Nobody wants to like join someone like that, right? We want to be that inspiring, positive person who's living this and who's like invested in this. That's what people want to join. So we have to be living this lifestyle 100%. And I mean, why wouldn't we want to live this lifestyle, this personal development lifestyle, this health and fitness lifestyle, all of it? That's awesome, Jacqueline. Megan.
I just wanted to say, oops, sorry, Camille. I just wanted to say thank you, because I've actually, I just finished my Olympic triathlon last weekend, and I've been stuck in a rut for about 2.5 weeks. Just like my brain just has been all over the place with training and the new lift program, and my nutrition has been out the door, and everything I feel has been kind of weighted on my shoulders, and I haven't been able to find the words to be able to, share my journey, because it's not always positive in our journeys. I'm definitely stuck in a negative rut in my journey, and I don't have the words or I'm scared to share that in my posts. So I've been actually kind of quiet. Which I know is probably not good, but I'm glad I came on this morning despite being absolutely exhausted. But because you guys are helping to inspire and kind of recharge the motivation to, get back on the horse and not keep falling down, not being on the ground and just kind of staying there.
Yes.
So, but I just wanted to say thanks.
You're welcome. Welcome. Thanks for sharing that.
Lisa, I just wanted to say I was exactly like that. I felt like everything that I had to share was negative, therefore I wasn't going to share it. And it was really more about, for me, it was more about thinking about how I was getting out of that negativity. So it was more of like, some of the posts I've been doing, obviously I'm relatively new myself, to be fair, but I've like started to try and boot my posts a bit more just relatable, I think, because I think you kind of go into this way about it needs to be really positive, that's the way people are going to be get in touch, but actually more people have got in touch with me since a post became like life. So just the other day I had somebody that said, I really love your posts, I really relate to them. You don't make anything out to be something that it's not. So I think that actually, see if you get rubbish stuff going on in your life, then it's fine to share that. It's just about how you let that impact in your life. I think that's the most important part. And I've had a lot of rubbish going on in my life.
I totally agree. It doesn't have to be all like rainbows and butterflies and unicorns and health and fitness. It's okay to share that we're feeling stuck, or we're feeling that's because like obviously life isn't always high, right? There's low points, and it's all about sharing all of it, but not just doing like a woe is me type post, or sharing that, but here's where I'm at, and this sucks. However, I'm not staying here. Like, I'm taking action, and I refuse to let this become my new norm of how I'm going to feel. So it's all about spinning it and elevating yourself. Even though you're feeling not there, you've got to be that like inspiration for yourself even. Camille, what were you going to say? Hi.
You might get some singing. Well, I feel like it's a little out of context now, maybe, but I think one thing that really helped me in the beginning, because I remember like I did one of the calls, like my first month of coaching, and one of the things that really helped me was pretending like I was like a top coach. Like, I know it sounds silly, but if you wake up every morning and you pretend that you're like a 5-star diamond coach, or even just a diamond coach, your mindset is totally different when you approach your business, because you're treating it like it's a business. And it gives you that abundance mindset that you're talking about. You're not, you're thinking, I'm losing my train of thought now, but you're thinking that you're not thinking those negative thoughts of, oh, I don't really have anyone to talk to, or, oh, I'm just an Emerald coach, or, oh, I'm just, I'm not even an Emerald coach. You have this different positive mindset that you're really doing this and really going for it. And for me, just seeing myself like that helped a lot. Okay, she wants breakfast. But sorry, guys. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. Go ahead, Megan. I don't even know what I'm saying now.
No, it's so right. Like, act as though. I always like kind of say that. Act as though. So act as though you are a diamond coach. Act as though you have a team underneath you. Act as though you're a top 10 coach. Act as though this business brings you $1,000 a week. Act as though you are earning $1 million. How would you treat your business? How would you show up on social media? How would you wake up every day? Like, if you were making $1,000 a week, how would you wake up every morning? Pretty pumped, pretty dedicated to your business. If you had $1 million business, how would you wake up every morning? You probably wouldn't wake up and be like, oh, maybe I won't get my workout in. I don't know. It's only a 4-day-a-week program, so I guess I could work out tomorrow instead. Like, maybe I'll just sleep in, or right? So act as though. That's always kind of been in my head. When I was an Emerald coach, I acted as though I was a diamond coach. And if I was a diamond coach, how would I show up in my business today? What are the things I would be doing? What are the things I would be telling myself? How would I post if I was a diamond coach? I used to do that all the time, and now I do that even now.
I need to tell you. The water's really, when you turn the water on high, it's not hot.
Okay.
It's cold.
Go ask Daddy.
I did, and he made this for me, and it's still really cold.
Okay,
so
I'll fix it. I'm almost done.
No, how will you
Oatmeal problems when you eat and try to make your own oatmeal. Total fail. I'll fix it.
No, mommy, you can't fix this.
Okay,
you have to fix the water.
Does
The one
anybody else have
when you
anything
turn
to
the
talk
water
about?
on, it's hot cold.
I will fix it. Let me finish.
I kind of want to touch on that just real quick. It's so funny that Camille brought that up because seriously, every morning it is so, y'all, I love sleep. I love it. I love it. And it is so hard for me to get out of bed when my 3 kids are still sleeping. Like, I just want to sleep those extra 2 hours. But what I tell myself, which it might be not the right thing to say, but I just say there's too many people that want to see me fail. So I'm pretty, like I said, open on Facebook. I mean, every single morning I'm posting a picture of myself for my workout or a quote or something. And so people are seeing me doing that every single day. And the one morning that I'm not going to do that, they're probably going to think, well, where's Stephanie this morning? And, you know, Stephanie's slipping. Woo, little homegirl over here is passing gas. So that's literally what I tell myself every morning is too many people want to see you fail. You need to get up and show them that you can do it. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, that is so true. And that has always lit a fire in me, especially in my first couple years of building the business, is I was in my head, I'm like, watch me. Anybody who has like rolled their eyes at me for posting on social media, anybody who has thought that this was just going to be a little like trend, something that I'll do for a little while, something that will never bring me an income, I'm like, watch me do this. I have always used that fire, even to like prove to my husband, like, watch me make $500 a week. Watch me make $1,000 a week. Watch me make $2,000 a week. Watch me bring in 6 figures this year. Watch me. And that,
even just talking about it, like, what makes me want to go.
yes, and if you feel that, like if you guys hear that and like you feel it inside of you, like you're in this. You are in this. If you can feel that, because I have always felt this like burning desire to be like, watch me. I am doing this. I'm going to make shit happen. And I'm going to prove to anybody who was ever skeptical of what I'm building, I'm just like going to be so proud to be like, you see what I'm building? Like, it's just a really incredible feeling. And I mean, just having that fire and that passion is going to take you places big time. Definitely.
And they are watching, because like I've been a coach for a little over a year now. And I have people tell me, they say, you're so consistent. And what's funny is it's a lot of people that, it's a lot of people who are in other like multi-level marketing businesses that have sort of like, and I watch how they, you know, how they're posting and how consistent they are and stuff like that. But these people are watching and they want to see that you are showing up every day, and it's building that trust. And, you know, yeah, it's crazy how they really do notice. And a lot of people, like a lot of your warm market people that are watching you in the beginning, like they are going to come around 6 months from now and be like, hey, so tell me a little bit about what you're doing now. And another thing, since there are so many new coaches on, remember that a lot of your close friends and family are probably not going to show a lot of excitement for what you're doing. I have yet to sell a challenge pack to any of my like best friends. That's never happened. My family wasn't necessarily on board either. And now they're like, you know, liking all my posts and commenting and drinking Shakeology. Okay. And, but yeah, don't have expectations, because expectations, if you think like your paycheck's going to be a certain amount every week, or you're going to have, you know, this many, friends that are going to be so excited for you, like you can't get in your head, because when you get in your head, that's when you're just getting ahead of yourself, and you're going to, you're setting yourself up for, you know, failure and like to feel down. You got to put those blinders on and just know that there's always going to be women out there needing our help. I mean, until women stop having babies, there are going to be women who need help with their body. Like, it's just a market that's never, it just keeps on going. And after going to Summit and seeing the amount of, Beachbody coaches out there and how many are so successful, that's when the whole abundance thing comes out too, because you're like, if you could have seen the amount of people step on stage for reaching the millionaire like status, it wasn't like 7 people. It was like, I don't even know, 50 plus, 75, a lot. So anyways, those are just more of my thoughts.
At my first summit was realizing, like, there's not just a few successful coaches. Like, there is a ton of coaches making 6-7 figures in this business, hundreds, thousands of them. Like, there's room for all of us. Like, there really is. And, you keep showing up, you keep doing the work, and it will happen. So we just have to think in abundance. No more lack mindset. We are an abundant team with an abundant mindset. So does anybody have anything else? Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. I am so happy that you guys joined me and just, kind of took 30 minutes of your early morning. And I hope that you guys just, make today really, really great and start it off on a positive note and have a good weekend. Now, we do actually have another call at 9 a.m. So it's like in an hour and a half. Michelle is hosting a team call. So if you're able to join that, that's awesome. It will always be recorded too. And like, I always multitask on these calls when I'm not actually running them. Like, I'll take that time to fold my laundry for the week while I'm doing the call or whatever. So, just fit these in when you can, but don't stress either. But I have always made team calls a priority because I get so much out of them. So if you're around in like an hour and a half, I will see you guys on there at 9, and we will talk soon. Bye, guys.